eyes. Look.
Teddy bear eyes.
Yeah. Oh, look, I've got 2 white circles for eyes. Good evening. We sincerely hope that this stream works better than it did last Saturday. The modem's fine. It's been rebooted. We've even bought a new cable.
What a fancy new
Ethernet
cable. Yes.
But this is a gaming one, so it should work better. Anyway, welcome back to another live with me, Paul.
And me, Jason.
Collectively,
those vegan guys. Yes, indeed. Welcome one, welcome all. We're chilling in our lounge, as is always the case on a Friday when we're live. Chilling in the lounge, catching up with you fine folk, answering a few questions. We've got our decaf coffee and a mint. And we hope that you can see us and hear us okay. There's no buffering, as Paul just alluded to.
Have I been hair bleached?
Yeah. We're all buffed up and ready to go for this weekend.
Very pleased to have my hair re-bleached. It felt like I'd left it a long. I had like that much dark brown.
Yeah, it was a bit full on, wasn't it?
I was annoyed. I was annoyed about it.
I'm going to shout out while it's still fairly early in the live stream. I'm going to shout out Vegan Runner, Angharads, Jeanette, Chozza, Joseph, Jenny, Leanne, our fabulous mod, of course, us 3 vegans, Naomi, Tom Hemmings, Sarah, Kat, Will and Chris, Jacqueline and Angela. I don't think I've missed anyone there.
Hello, good evening to all of you. Hope you've had a fine Friday. We've had quite a busy Friday, actually.
It has. It's been full on, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been kind of full on. We had a quiet morning this morning, and then we took Joan up for her radiotherapy tattoos. You know, where they map where they're going to do the radiotherapy, and then they mark your skin so it goes in the same place every time. I didn't know that, but she was there quite a few hours. She's got little round plasters all over her hands because they couldn't get the cannula in.
Right.
They had to do it up near her wrist. Bless her.
There you go.
And she'll be starting treatment on Monday the 7th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that we took Mum up to the hospital. Then we went and got haircuts. We had a bit of a walk around town. Went to Sainsbury's, got a few bits.
Got some new wheel trims.
Oh, we did.
For Rona the Rio.
From Halfords, yes. Then we went down to the allotment to water our tomatoes and pretty much watered everything, didn't we, in the beds. And
had a lovely visit from Puss.
Of course.
Which is standard.
Came home, had a gorgeous dinner.
Yeah. So it's been nice. It's been a productive day.
It has been a productive day, and it's going to be a good weekend too.
VL says nothing but positive thoughts for your mum. Nice. Thank you, VL. Yes, indeed. And Angela had a lovely day enjoying the sunshine. Yeah, it's been nice for the most part.
Yeah, weather-wise, it's been lovely.
Really warm.
If we all made up like that, no.
Yeah. Got to have lighting so you can see us properly. Do you know what I mean? It's essential. I'm going to have my mint.
Yeah, I'm going to join you.
So yeah, is everyone doing well this fine evening? Anybody looking forward to the weekend? Got anything planned that you fancy sharing with us?
Tell us what you had for your dinner. We had a plant chef from Tesco's meatless pie with a big, beautiful mixed salad and a couple of slices of bread and butter. It's beautiful. Really good. What did you have?
Leanne says, sending love and hugs to Joan. Kiss. Thank you, Leanne.
I shall pass on all of your good wishes and love.
Peter is on his way to the Planted Expo, an event to try new plant-based food and speakers. Fantastic, Peter.
I wonder if it's the same. If it's
the same one that Noah Craig went to.
Yeah.
Well, he says, taking the ferry over to the mainland in kind of distance and live on an island called Vancouver Island. So, who knows? Because the one that Craig went to was last month, wasn't it? A little bit of chocolate.
Yeah, but it might just be one of those No, like we have vegan events and they go to Birmingham and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know
Could
what I mean?
be. Yeah. Right. Back to your question. Leanne had beans on toast, but had a really banging moussaka for lunch. Nice. Muddy, homemade lentil wraps, hummus, and salad.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Will, we're really looking forward to tomorrow. We're eating Cajun veg, and this isn't chicken wraps right now. Much love, Joan. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Nice one. Nice one, Will. Yeah, we're looking forward to it, of course. I'll be honest, I'm not massively looking forward to the drive down there because I don't drive huge distances anymore.
No, but we'll stop off.
Yeah.
Probably a couple of times, actually.
At least once. At least
At
once,
the very
guaranteed.
least once.
Yeah.
I like to stop every kind of hour, me. After an hour of driving, hour and 15 minutes, I'm like, I'm done. I want a wee, I want a coffee. I want to just walk around and look at folk. You know what I mean?
Whereas, depending on what mood I'm in, sometimes I'm on Paul's wavelength and I'm like, yeah, let's stop, let's chill, let's have a nice leisurely drive. But then other times I'm just like, I just want to get there. I just want to get there as quick as possible and then chill. Do you know what I mean? But everyone's different. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's different. Jeanette had or is having Beyond Burger with Viva Vera bacon, Cajun chips, and a side salad.
Nice.
Very nice.
We had a burger last night. Jeanette, as you'll see on next week's
Tuesday's Meals vlog.
Yeah, we had a burger last night.
Naomi, courgette, red onion, red pepper, mushrooms, garlic, pesto, plant Philadelphia, penne pasta.
Oh, nice.
Sounds like a fabulous combo. Absolutely fabulous combo.
Oh, that was lovely. That was just what the doctor ordered.
The decaf coffee, yeah.
Yeah, and the little minty.
Oh, Angela says, I ate at our community cafe leek and apple soup. Ooh. A broccoli bake and salad plus a smoothie.
Nice.
Nice. Peter says there's another plated expo in Toronto. That was last month's. So that must have been the one that Noah Craig went to.
I don't know if he went to Toronto.
Oh, it might. No,
because he lives in New York. Mind you, it's like one of the nearest states to Canada.
Right.
Because it's right up.
Oh, I don't know then. But
so no, it might have been Toronto if it's not far from, New York to Toronto. It could have been then.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I will mention, because we don't do it that often, but because I've mentioned Noah Craig a couple of times in tonight's live stream, I would say, I'm sure many of you are aware, but if you're not, check out Noah Craig on YouTube, because he's actually very recently started uploading quite regularly and consistently again. And some of his recent vlogs that we've watched have actually been really good and really fun. And he's just a top guy. He's a top guy. So, yeah. You've interviewed him, haven't you?
I have. Yeah. I love to chat with him on this very channel.
Yes.
Right now, as it were.
Leanne says Imran is still in work, so no dinner for him. Oh, gutted. Oh, let's just jumped a little bit. There we go. Essence of the Celts. Hello, everyone. Hi, Jason. Hi, Paul. Just cooked a vegan roast. Gardein is the best option for vegan products here in the US. Pricey, but I'll pay the price so the animals won't.
Well, Essence of the Celts, we used to, it's about maybe a year and a half ago, our Sainsbury's started to sell quite a lot of Gardein products, and then they all got pulled. And they were quite pricey. They were kind of, if you watch our shopping vlogs and things are around £2-3, these were like £3-4.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leanne says, are you going down the M4 to the Severn Bridge or through Ross on Wye? Leanne, I have no idea.
No idea. We should put Google Maps on.
Yes.
And allow it to choose the quickest route. It's 3.5 hours that we know.
Ish, give or take. Oh, thanks all for sharing. It's nice to know what everyone's been eating. Rowena. Hi guys, I had a Linda McCartney pie with mash and peas. It was lovely.
Nice.
Right,
I nearly did a Linda McCartney pie tonight, but then I had 2 of those Plant Chef ones left in a box, and the big boxes, so I was like, oh, I'll use them up. Get rid of the box, then done it. gives me a bit more room in the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, nice one, Peter. Peter says, similar to what you said before, Paul, New York is only like a few hours by train to Toronto. Yes. And Vegan Runner, only my son and me this afternoon had tomato, aubergine, potato, courgette stew with mushroom kebabs.
Nice.
Nice, nice. Lots of lovely food. Lots of lovely food. Tom, I'm doing the OMAD diet and I've lost 1/2 stone this week. Wow. Problem is, I've just congratulated myself by eating a bag of chips, 4 cookies, a corn ham sandwich, and a glass of wine.
Well, you know, though, if your eating window is quite small, so it's intermittent fasting as well, isn't it? So it's the only thing that's guaranteed to work for me. I haven't done it for a few weeks because I've just been like, I want toast when I'm at work and stuff.
Yeah.
So I haven't like done it properly, you know. But when I do it properly, and I skip eating during the day and just have my evening meal, it don't half come off, which I'll be doing again soon for vegan camp out.
Yeah, fair dues. I mean, it's fair to say, I mean, just in terms of like a little bit of a mini health update, obviously Paul's a lot more active and on his feet within his job, in his day job. My day job, I'm quite sedentary. I'm kind of sat in front of a laptop and monitor most of the time. But what we have done, and I'm really proud of us, that we've been able to maintain consistently our exercise routine at home.
Yes.
We occasionally miss. We usually, our night off is a Wednesday.
Yes.
Pretty consistently. I'm not going to say it's been perfect because it hasn't, because what human is perfect? We occasionally miss the odd night, but it's been...
I think that's good for you though, to have that, to say, right, tonight I'm having a break.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it, you know, because
but pretty consistent.
Oh yeah, I mean the sit-ups and the press-ups are, you know, virtually a nightly thing.
Yes. Although I have been in the wars. I've got wounds healing from the allotment.
It's damaged.
I banged my elbow on the car door the other day, like properly, like a Peter Griffin. I wanted to sit on the floor and wince for half an hour.
One of them.
And then chopping the bushes at the front of the house this morning with the giant scissors, what they're called, giant scissors. Shears.
Yeah.
Somehow managed to twinge my neck, so I've got like a trapped nerve or something in my neck, but it's not quite as bad as it was before. So anyway, you know, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing that I've been in the wars a little bit. Angharads says it's just over 4 hours for us, and then stops along the way for Sarah to stretch her legs. That's
well,
kind of
just for Sarah. Surely humans need to stretch their legs too, Angharad. Surely one of you might be having a wee or a coffee.
We need to, don't we?
Of course we do. Good.
We definitely need to stretch our legs. Yes, indeed you do. Right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Yeah, you know what, Tom? I'm so glad you've mentioned that. Tom says, Jason, just realised there is an image on your shirt. Is it Hendrix? Somebody mentioned this, I think, after one of our, it might have been the last live or the one before it, or it might have been in a vlog. I've got 2 grey t-shirts, and they've got very, very subtle sort of silhouettes. One is Hendrix, and the other one that I've got is Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. So well spotted there, Tom. Yeah, it's a little bit subtle, but when I do that, I think you can kind of see it a little bit clearer. Yeah, so there you go. Nice one. I love these. They're really, really light and airy.
Oh yeah, Jacqueline. Oh, the drama. Oh, and don't forget Paul squirted you with a cherry tomato last Saturday, and that must have really bruised and hurt that.
You know what? I'm glad you've reminded me of that. I'd forgotten. No. You know, it happens, doesn't it? It happens. It's a sign that you're having a good time eating your food, I suppose.
When did you get it, Promise?
I have no idea.
I think I got it, you didn't.
Well, I'm assuming you got them both at the same time. I've had them a good while.
No, they were separate.
Oh, right, okay.
Purchases. They might have been off Amazon, you know. They might have been off Amazon.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Possibly holidays, because we do tend to buy tops on holiday.
I don't think it was holiday.
No,
I don't think it was holiday. But I'm pretty sure that you got them for me. Yeah. Pretty sure. Oh, Angharads says definitely stretching all 10 of our legs and definitely a coffee break.
Kind of got to, haven't you?
Yeah, it's got to be done. Got to be done. So for anyone who doesn't know, TVG, we've alluded to it, but I've just kind of realised there might be some people watching right now that haven't got a clue what we're talking about. TVG Grub Club tomorrow night in that there Wales.
Yes. So we started Grub Clubs quite a while ago, although this is only number 8. And they are every 2 months. So every 2 months on the last Saturday in the month. The first few were in Manchester, and then we went to Birmingham, and then did a Manchester one again.
Yes.
And now we're going to Wales, and then we'll do a Manchester one again. And I think we've got London and Scotland kind of penciled in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. And you know, it's a nice little break for us as well. We're staying at a Premier Inn, and we're eating at the Queen Inn, which is meant to be a fabulous place to eat. So there'll be a travel vlog, and there'll be a eating at the Queen Inn vlog, and there'll be all sorts.
Of course.
Road trip. You know what we're like for our road trip vlogs? We always do one.
We're fond of a road trip, aren't we? And like Paul said, it's a little bit of a mini holiday. It's a chance to connect and meet up with some fabulous people. Spend a bit of time with them, eat some lovely food. We had a little sneak look at the menu earlier on today.
God, it's vast.
It looks incredible.
There's so much on there,
and it's huge.
He was reading it out, and I was just like, "Yeah, stop now."
Yeah, it looks incredible. So we're going to have a nice 24 hours. And we've got an extended bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So, and even more extended for us because we've got Tuesday off. So it's going to be a really nice long weekend, much needed for us both. Because I think it's fair to say we work hard and we play hard, don't we? For the most part. And it's always been the way. It's always been our way, hasn't it? Adam, 2-hour drive for me. My plan is to get to the hotel about 3-ish. Then I can have a nap for an hour. Nice. Nice. You know what? It's funny you should mention that, Adam, because I was thinking earlier on, I was like, I wonder when I get to the hotel if I'm going to need to have like just a little bit of a power nap prior to the evening, because it is a long drive. I've not done a drive this long in a long time. And I don't think I've ever driven to South Wales before. No. So it's a new adventure.
I'm going to move these.
Yes.
I'm going to move these. These, do you see?
Yeah. Laurie says, happy Memorial Day weekend from the US. Thank you, Laurie. I'm going to have a little scroll up just to check that I've not missed anything in the chat. 101 in the house. That's kind of around 100 to 150. That's kind of like our regular crew that join us on our lives. So, you know, I will take a minute to just ask politely, if you haven't already, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up because it gets the attention of the YouTube robots and they look down upon us and sometimes occasionally take pity. So that would be appreciated. If you've forgotten,
That's what Vivian says.
It'll get us to the top of YouTube. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Oh, nice one, Leanne. Yeah, I think to be honest, when I looked at the route on Google Maps before, it was saying like M60, M6 for us. Oh, thanks, babes. Glass of wine.
Oh, M6.
Down to Birmingham, innit?
Also known as Britain's biggest car park.
Oh, Tracy's just checking in. Outside refurbishing a couple of bird baths for the garden. Shall be listening as I work. Tracy and Leroy. Lovely.
I'll listen while I work.
Thank you, everyone. Greatly appreciated. And cheers. Here's to a great weekend for everyone. May it be the best it can be. Cheers.
Yeah. Yes to all of that.
Exactly, Leanne. Yeah. Chatting to our barber today, he was saying there is an alternate route. He said, but it's about an hour and a half. It takes like an hour to an hour and a half longer. It's a much more scenic route. But the dichotomy was, as he put it, if something goes wrong on the M6 there's the potential to be stuck on there for hours sometimes. So the alternate scenic route is sometimes preferable. But fingers crossed, do you know what I mean? It's an unknown. It's always an unknown with a road trip. We take it as it comes, don't we?
Peter. I'm not going to read that out. What an horrible ending. Tell us a story with a nice ending, Peter. I'm trying to help you here. You do tend to linger on the dark side. Come over to the brightness. Tell us something lovely.
It's borderline. For anybody outside the UK, you'll probably be unaware of this, but there was a satirical comedy series many years ago called Brass Eye with a guy called Chris Morris. Quite prolific in this country.
Brilliant television.
Peter's story then reminds me a little bit of a story off Brass Eye. Trust me, Peter, in a strange, random way, it's a compliment. Trust me. And if you haven't checked out Chris Morris and Brass Eye, if you've got no idea what we're talking about, that's a recommendation.
Brass Eye and the Day to Day.
Yeah.
Essence of the Couch. Jason, Paul, when do you plan to start pulling items from your allotment? As soon as we're able, my love.
The first thing's going to be rhubarb. That's an obvious.
Very probably quite quickly followed by salad, because as you saw in last week's allotment vlog, hopefully, we planted most of Salad Street. We've been down today, like I said, watered the tomatoes. No filming, but there are little buds all coming through, so that was good to see.
Yeah. It is actually nice to see, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think as we've said, without going into too much detail, because obviously we do upload allotment vlogs on the reg, but I will say it's been a slower start to the growing season for us, and we are focusing a little bit more this year on growing what we want to eat versus just growing stuff for the sake of growing it.
Yeah,
I'll say that. But tomatoes looking great.
Yeah, they are.
The squash plants that we planted a few weeks back seem to be coming on and thriving. We're fairly happy, all things considered, aren't we? On that side of things,
seems to be going good.
We're happy.
It does. It seems to be going quite good at the moment. Jenny says, do you have plants in your back garden? If you have one, Paul and Jesse. Jenny, before we got the allotment, that's how this all started.
Yes.
During lockdown, in the back garden. But no, since we kind of got the allotment, we're focusing all our growing down there, and we keep the back garden just as a, well, right now we're doing no more May, so it's I'm sure the neighbours are appalled, because it's wild out there at the moment.
It's nice actually,
but then we'll tidy it up, in June. Because everything we did grow here, we grew in pots anyway. So, if we did grow anything, I mean, we've got some strawberries growing here, haven't we? We
have. I mean, who knows what might happen in the near future? We might end up growing next year in the back garden again. We don't know. I hope not, but that might be the case. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to highlight that because I just thought it was a lovely thing that Nicola said.
Oh,
Nicola says, "You guys are so lovely. Always put me in a good mood watching your videos."
Thanks, Nicola.
Thank you, Nicola.
Okay, my love.
Thank you. Ashley's in the house. A bit out of sync at the minute, but I think she means out of sync, just kind of herself.
Have you refreshed your browser, darling? That work then.
Where are we up to? Have we missed anything major? Anything significant? Oh, Jeanette says, my plan this weekend is to make my new bed ready for the edamame beans. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
You'll have to keep us posted with that, Jeanette, and just kind of show us, how they grow. Well, I know they grow in pots, but like harvest times and everything.
Angela, talking of gardening, my strawberries are fruiting and the baby radishes are doing well. Brilliant.
I've just got my radish seeds today. In fact, I'll show you. I've got 2 lots because I realised I didn't have any left.
Oh yeah, you checked, didn't you? And it was like that we'd used them all up last season. Helen says, have the best extended weekend. Well deserved. Love you both. Kiss. Thank you, Helen. Right back at you. Thank you.
So I got these ones. These are both from Amazon. And I got these ones as well.
Lovely. Yes. So they'll be going in at some point soon.
Because we do like a radish. Oh, and let me show you what I got on the flea market on Wednesday. You'll be getting a sneak peek now of our, not the next mukbang, but the one after that. Ignore the pictures of meat. It's these the slats of bamboo. I got it off the flea market for £7. I thought that'd make a lovely afternoon tea. So the next mukbang we do is going to be a One Planet pizza, but the one after that is going to be an afternoon tea. Now you know.
How fancy is that, though? It's proper fancy.
£7.
Yeah. So that's, you know, that's nice, isn't it?
Unused.
Gotta love a bargain. You've got to love a bargain. Peter went to see Little Mermaid, was so awesome. And Amelia says, taking my son to see the new Little Mermaid this weekend. He's so excited and has made me watch the trailer about 20 times. We watched the trailer for Little Mermaid and were equally excited. We also watched the trailer the other day for the new Barbie film and actually got quite excited about that as well, truth be known.
I haven't seen the original My Little Mermaid.
You haven't, have you?
No.
I don't think it's called My Little Mermaid. I think it's just
My Little Mermaid.
My Little Pony.
Yeah, yeah.
My Little Mermaid. Yeah. So there you go. On the flip side, whilst we're on the subject of trailers and films and stuff, we saw, I don't even remember the name of it. It had such little impact on me. The Marvel films, they're just churning them out.
Oh,
and I'm like, I said to Paul earlier on, I'm like, I really wish they'd focus a little bit more. This may sound a bit harsh to some of the Marvel super fans out there, because we love a good Marvel film, but I really wish they'd focus a little bit more on quality and a little bit more on quality and less on quantity. Yes. They're just churning them out. And this one's like Nick Fury. It's all about Nick Fury. And I'm like, I'm not that interested.
But we're back watching. Sorry if you're not a Trekkie, I'm sure we bore you with it. But we've just finished watching episode 6, season 3 of Picard for the second time. We are almost at the end again. It's one of the best things ever made for television, ever in the history of television, if you're a Trekkie.
What you just said, I can't say any more. Can't say more on that one. Considering there's been at least 2 occasions where we've called Adam out, I think it's only fair to read Adam's comment. Paul, what the actual? You've never seen Little Mermaid. I'm having words with you tomorrow.
Well, you've got daughters, so of course you've seen it. You've got 2 beautiful daughters, so it's been a part of your dad-dom. You know, like instead of kingdom, dad-dom. It's been a part of your dad-dom. Oh, I love that word.
Dad-dom.
Have I coined that? I hope so. So yeah, I've only really. I mean, it's not. Trust me when I say it's not like I avoid Disney films. I bloody love them. I love them. It's just there are some I haven't been right. Get this, I haven't seen the Lion King either.
I'd just like to state for the record that I've seen Little Mermaid and the Lion King.
I've seen Beauty and the Beast like so many times, it's unbelievable. I've seen Anastasia. I realise that's not Disney, but still, it's a brilliant film. I used to be quite addicted to an animated film called Fern Gully, the Last Rainforest.
That's a cracker.
The Last Rainforest. If none of you have seen that, yeah, I love them. Of course, I've seen all the Toy Story films. Is it number 2 where the little female does that whole 3-minute scene with the little doll, Woody's female counterpart, being given away, and
yeah,
there's that song.
Yes, yeah. heartbreaking.
This is why I don't watch so many of them.
Absolutely.
Because they kill me.
They're heartbreaking, aren't they? They are heartbreaking at times. Going back to what we were chatting about before, Metal Kicks Ass says, I'm throwing 6 different peppers, some sweet, some spicy. I have my herbs growing and I'm doing sprouts, and I'm going to be doing some microgreens and growing some unique mushrooms.
Nice one.
Ingrowing some unique mushrooms.
Nice one.
Awesome stuff.
Well, we've got our, what have we got in? We've got our potatoes, our onions. We've now got salad, spicy salad, spinach, rocket, 2 kinds of spinach, 1 kind of rocket, loads of tomatoes, loads of different kinds of squash that is, some are in the greenhouse, haven't been put out yet.
Yeah.
Some are out in the bed already. And we'll eat all of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like all of it. And of course, Berry Boulevard is blooming. However, we're having a major horsetail outbreak at the moment, but we've not been, like, we've been focusing on 1 bed at a time, haven't we?
Yeah.
And really, we need to, when we come back on Sunday, on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, we're going to be down there getting rid of as much horsetail as we possibly can.
I'm going to have to come up with a different strategy for weeding, because my hand's not going to cope with digging out that horsetail. Leanne says, going back to chatting about the Marvel films, we watched the Ant-Man one. It was bollocks. Thank you, Leanne, for sharing that so eloquently. And you know what? Fair point. We've watched the first Ant-Man and we really enjoyed it. We haven't watched the second one. I've seen the trailer for the third one, not watched it. So yeah, that's it. That's just it, innit? It's quality versus quantity.
Jacqueline, I bet you didn't watch Open House. I don't even know what Open House is, darling.
Nope.
No idea. Are you guys a fan of the Hunger Games? Nope.
Not massive fans, are we? Really?
I think we've seen. I
think we've seen the first
one.
I think
we've seen the first one. That's it.
I know the Hunger Games is a massive thing. It is very, very popular with a lot of people. It's quite the big deal, isn't it?
Barbara.
I know people are looking forward to the prequel as well. Oh yeah, nice one, Peter. You know what? We will get around to watching the new Guardians film actually, because we really enjoyed them. But as Paul mentioned last week, neither of us have got a great recollection of the second one. So we probably need to watch the second one again before we watch the new one, possibly.
Liliana, we kind of know each other quite well. We're a good community.
Yeah.
But always welcoming in new members. Hey, becoming one.
Absolutely.
They're going to get to know us. I'll stay and chat.
Yeah. We have our regulars, but we also have new people that come along quite often as well. But as I said right near the start of the live stream before, it's usually somewhere between 100 and 150 people on average, which is always absolutely lovely. And on a Friday, it's always us chilling live in the lounge. When we do a live stream on a Saturday, it's a Saturday mukbang. And on a Sunday, it's usually cooking in the kitchen. And they rotate Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday.
Oh, don't get me wrong, guys. It's not like I don't know the music from these films.
It's true.
I do.
True.
I just haven't ever got around to watching the films. I will.
Joseph says that he's been growing a mushroom log. I've seen these mushroom logs, and even as a partial, hey, I've changed it. I'm no longer a mushroom avoider. I'm now a partial mushroom avoider. Yeah. The mushroom logs intrigue me. I'm not going to lie. I've seen them a few times.
Barbara, good question. And yes, rocket is arugula in the US, just like coriander is cilantro in the US.
Laurie, Toy Story. Yes, I cried during that.
Can anyone tell me the title, what that song was called?
There's a clip on YouTube that's just that, isn't it? From we watched it. If it's the one I remember, isn't it? Like the producers and the staff, the first time they all saw that scene, and it just shows them all like utterly broken and destroyed. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere under Disney Pixar or something like that. Oh no, Adam. That's not good.
Adam, the only advice I can give you on horsetail is dig down as far as you can and get the root as far down as you possibly can, and then either drown it or burn it. Get it in a bucket with water, cover it, put a brick on it until it's drowned, because horsetail spreads by spores. It releases spores into the air.
If you've only got one piece of horsetail on your allotment plot right now, mate,
it's like saying you've only got one ant in your kitchen.
Well, but it's
no, it is.
Yeah, but what I was going to say was, if you can get on top of it now, you might be okay. We inherited a plot that already had a shed load of horsetail on it. The first year we were on there, we kept on top of it really well, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Last summer, we had less time to spend at the allotment and it tried to take over. This summer, it's full on in a lot of areas, and it really needs dealing with. Yeah. But you know what we did say last year, it doesn't massively seem to impact on the growth of other stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Our onions are growing great in a bed full of horsetail, it would seem.
Yeah.
Our tomatoes, we had horsetail growing in Utopia last year, and we had our runner beans growing in Utopia, and our runner beans had basically grabbed them and started to throttle them. They were like, we'll keep you down and we'll grow strong. So yeah, I think, nature, it's a balancing act, isn't it, for us all? Or it should be. Nicely balanced. Essence of the Celt says, Jason, Paul, what do you plan on watching tonight? Well, after we finished on this live stream, we will
probably another episode of Queer Eye.
Probably watch another episode of Queer Eye.
We've watched the first
three. Yeah, we watched our nightly episode of Picard before the live stream, and we're just saving that now. We're savouring it, but of course we've got, for anyone who is a Trekkie or who's into Star Trek,
eyes out again.
Yeah, we've got the new season of Strange New Worlds coming on the 15th of June.
Yes.
So that's just round the corner. We're really looking forward to that. So,
and episode 7 of the new season is a crossover episode where they have made the characters from Lower Decks, which is an animated Star Trek series and is brilliant. But they've got the actors that do the voices to actually be real characters in a crossover episode. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Cycling with Russ is in the house. Good evening, gents. Hope you're well. We are good, mate. We are good. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a great holiday. What I've seen of it, it looked fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I hope your new addition, your little one, is doing well. Oh, that's an interesting question. I think someone's asked us it before.
Yeah, I've got a really random answer for this.
That's why I thought I'd reference it.
Helen says, what was the first record you bought? So the first one I actually bought myself with my own money was AC/DC Highway to Hell. Not because I liked the song or even knew what it was, but because someone had told me that AC/DC meant bisexual, and I knew I was gay then. Plus, the shop that I'd gone to had no hamsters left. That's what I'd gone for, a hamster. So I decided to spend the money on a record and bought AC/DC Highway to Hell.
It's very rare that this happens. It's very rare that someone asks me and I can literally go and lay my hands on something. But, I just ran up the stairs. I'm a bit out of breath now. This is the first music that I ever purchased as an individual with my own pocket money on holiday with Mum and Dad Brom and my sister. Double cassette. You remember cassettes? Iron Maiden, Live After Death. It is incredible, still to this day. So there you go. That answers that one.
And the first one I got bought was a Richard Clayderman album, vinyl album from my mum and dad.
Yeah. And I'll just say, Adam, you bar steward. You bar steward.
That's it, Liliana May. Thank you. When she loved me. Oh my God.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, it was a harsh scene, was that?
You know what?
Didn't it make you? Didn't when everyone who saw Toy Story films, and particularly that bit, didn't you feel bad about all your bits, like your bits when you were a kid?
A tiny bit, but if I'm honest with you, I think what the Toy Story, I was just about to say this, I think the Toy Story films are an important reminder to us adults, aren't they? And I think for me and you, honestly, and it's a little bit like Polar Express as well as another one, it's a reminder, it serves as a reminder for adults. You don't have to, when you're doing all this adulting that we all have to do, you don't have to forget, you don't have to lose that magic, do you? You don't. We're still very childlike in a lot of ways, aren't we? In a lot of what we believe and the way that we act sometimes, and our silliness and our giddiness.
Yeah, it's just that our kind of now it's animals rather than toys of animals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Mr. Puss Pants at the allotment. He absolutely makes our day when he visits us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, makes our day. Alfie, 2 doors down, comes up to visit us all the time, finishes off Isis' food that she's left in a bowl. And just has a visit. Sometimes he just comes for a visit, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
So,
nice, isn't it?
yeah.
Jason Taylor. Hey guys, finally able to sit down and be around for a live. Hope your evening is great. Thank you for being here, Jason. And our evening is pretty great. Cheers. And Jenny says, I found you when we were in the pandemic. I just love your patter. You kept me company. Kiss, kiss. Well, thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
You probably kept us company and all, because you know, without viewers, what's a YouTuber? It proper helped us throughout the pandemic.
Yeah,
didn't it? Being YouTubers and being able to kind of be with people, you know, safely. Unlike Boris Johnson at Checkers, the shit house. Sorry, but more stuff's come out about him breaking more rules.
Oh yeah.
After he'd ordered us all to stay home.
Yeah.
And then his sister on LBC admitted it and said,
she went round.
I went to Checkers. I just wish I'd have gone more.
Yeah. It's despicable, isn't
it? People couldn't sit with their dying family members.
Utterly despicable. What a guy. What a guy.
What a party.
I will say, on a positive note relating to Mr. Johnson, that the last time he came to Manchester, he was vehemently booed by literally everybody in the streets. Everybody booed him. Everybody hated him. And everyone was like, we don't want you here. We don't want you here in Manchester.
Rebecca, I don't know if there's any medicinal use for horsetail, but if you catch it in its very early stages, when it kind of looks like
a bit like asparagus.
It looks like kind of beige and brown asparagus. Apparently it's very tasty. I forgot to show you this, and he's not there anymore now, so I can't.
Oh, right, yeah.
Look, we had a little hedgehog friend come to visit us on the plot. Oh, he was fast asleep.
He was having a lovely little kip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Proper lovely little kip.
But then he woke up when we got there, and I just kept saying to him, it's all right, baby, you can stay there. Me casa su casa. And then we'd been there for about 15 minutes, and he'd gone. He'd done one somewhere. Or her. There.
Jason says, can't wait for Strange New Worlds. We're the same. Cannot wait. Looks like it's going to be an amazing season 2.
Captain Pike.
And Adam says, up to series 4 of Voyager. I can't believe it.
Isn't it brilliant though? Don't you think, Adam? You never know. You might have enough interest in you when you get to the end of this to start watching Next Generation. but you've got to kind of bite your tongue for the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then it starts getting all right.
Going back to what we were chatting about before, Adam says, my first tape I bought from Woolworths was Take That and Party. Can't believe now that I'm a metalhead. And Leanne, it was MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This. First record. Excellent.
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this. Cycling with Russ. It was such a good time, and Baby is doing really well. Oh, nice one, pal. Nice one. That's good to know. Good to hear. Read, even.
Oh, Steph, you've had a date today. How did it go? How did it go?
She might be talking about someone else. Just guess who's had a lovely date today. I mean,
well, I'm hoping it's you.
Yeah, we assume.
And I'm hoping it was actually lovely and that he was a nice guy, and you know, or actually, I'm not sure if you're. I know that you get a lot of guys contacting you, Stephanie, but I'm not sure whether you're what your sexuality is, so I shouldn't assume.
True. True.
So I hope you had a good date with a suitable person.
Yeah. Essence of the Celts, that's actually a really good question. So I will give it a readout in case anybody else wants to answer in the comments as well. What was everyone's first concert that they attended? So, like, I'm assuming first concert, first gig, first show.
I've only been to one.
You've only been to kind of one proper gig, haven't you? Concert gig.
One. And that was because my friend contacted me and said, my friend that I booked to go and see a Har with in Manchester can't make it. Do you want to come? And I'll knock you some money off the ticket. And I'm like, nah, all right.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
There you go.
And Martin Hackett was incredible. Yeah. I was just like,
how are you?
How are you still so gorgeous?
Yes.
And how does your voice still sound like that?
Yeah. First concert / gig I went to, if I remember rightly, was Green Day on the Dookie tour. And yeah, true fact, interesting story. On the way home, obviously pre-vegan, obviously. On the way home, called at a McDonald's drive-in, had a burger, got food poisoning. Food poisoning kicked in almost instantaneously within like that night and into the following morning. Mum and Dad Brom and all my mates, mums and dads that we went with, all convinced we were all on drugs. Not true. Food poisoning from McDonald's. There you go. There's a story for you.
Chris and Will, first record. First record was Waterfalls. Great song.
Nice. Still a super fan, Chris. Don't blame you.
Don't blame you.
Ashley has no clue. My memory is yes.
Poop. Oh, Barbara, my first album was Trini Lopez when I was 4. My mother showed me how to place the needle on the record with it.
That's cute.
That is cute.
That's a lovely thing. That is a really lovely thing.
Oh, Jacqueline. First ever concert was Gary Newman.
Nice.
Oh, Jacqueline, you dark horse. Gary Newman. Were you a bit of a new romantic in your day?
Adam said at a car boot last Sunday, somebody was selling a typewriter. Poppy couldn't get her head round what it was. I guess that's probably the same with cassettes. Going back to what I was saying before. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's kids that wouldn't even know what a cassette was or a disc.
Vegan Runner. Mine was Kylie Minogue's first record album from Woolworths with my birthday vouchers, aged 11. That mortifies me because I had that album as an adult.
Love that.
I bought that album as an adult. I was an adult then, living with a man and everything.
Gotta love Kylie. You gotta love Kylie, haven't you? Speaking of Kylie, Danny hosting Britain's first gay dating show.
Oh, Danny Minogue.
Danny Minogue, yeah. I Kissed a Boy, which is utter trash TV.
I love it so much.
Utter trash.
I cried for the first about 3 episodes, and I cried. And this is right, 53-year-old gay man. I cried because guys were kissing on TV and it was normal and it was a dating show and anybody could watch it if they wanted to and it was right there. I grew up with Section 28. I grew up with AIDS.
Yeah.
I grew up with such homophobia you wouldn't believe. So seeing the world progress as it has over the years has been a beautiful thing. And then to, you know, so any time that we as people are represented in normalcy, that pulls at my heartstrings.
I totally get that. I do. I totally get that. Oh, Jacqueline says, watch the vlog you put on with Something's Wrong in Our Village. Cried my eyes out. Very touching. Yeah.
Oh, that song. Yeah, well, Jacqueline, did you see BGT last week, Britain's Got Talent? My mum kept mentioning it to us and said, oh, you must watch it. Anyway, thankfully, a YouTube video came up of it, and it was a beautiful dance done to that song. And then I was searching for the song, and I found it uploaded like a few months ago, and it only had a few hundred views, and I was like, that can't be right. Then I found the original, which was uploaded 5 odd years ago and has had plenty of views, like 13 million views or something, which is why I shared it, because the song, the dance was beautiful, and it was beautiful, and it was important, but the song and the video already tells the story that the dance did on BGT. However, the dance is worth watching.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And there's quite a few people who've shared, and what people are sharing is really nice and really interesting. So if you don't mind, I'm going to read a few out.
No, do that.
Sort of back to back, and then I'll scroll down. Because the chat is thick and fast as always, and we love that. We love that you share. We love that you ask questions and just engage with us. Adam Boris is an absolute. I miss my uncle's funeral as well. Yeah. And going back to the concerts thing, I think my first concert, this is Will, I think my first concert was Mindless Self-Indulgence or Ken Dodd. Excellent.
Will, have I ever told you the story about when I went to see Ken Dodd at the Queen Elizabeth Hall in Oldham when I was about 9 or 10 with best friend Jane Adams. And at the end, when I went up to get his autograph and to get the autograph of one of the Diddy men, who was kind of hot, and I asked him for his autograph, Ken Dodd said to me as a 9-year-old boy, "Are you a little poof?" And I thought about it for a second and then went, yeah.
Was that it? Was that as far as the conversation went?
Yep.
I am aware of this story. I'm aware of this happening. I wish I could say I was surprised, but it's Ken Dodd, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get with Ken Dodd.
Are you a little poof?
Are you a little poof? Are you a little poof? Ashley says, I'm told my first gig was technically Prodigy, but I was too young to remember. My first gig as a teen was actually an accident, but ended up at Smashing Pumpkins. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Kate, I'm feeling happy today on a trip home and managed to get my dad to join me in a vegan cheese and ham toasty for lunch. Yes. Parents also agreed to buy vegan items for a family barbecue this weekend. That's worth celebrating.
Nice.
Small celebrations, small achievements. That's an awesome thing. In fact, that's not even small. That's pretty major, really, to be fair, Kate. So that is awesome and excellent. Chris, first concert was Backstreet Boys.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
When we were first together, we were major crushing on Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of, they were really out at that time.
Mid-90s?
Yeah. Well, late
90s. Yeah, sorry. Yes, indeed.
Oh, Steph, it was me, and it went very well. He was lovely. Good.
Excellent.
So keep us posted. Keep us posted, girl. Tell us stuff. And, you know, hopefully here's to a successful second date, my love.
Somebody, and I can't find it. I'm going to have to try and find it because it's a weird connection that may exist. Well, it's not. you know, a mini connection. Somebody basically, and I can't remember who it was,
Megadeth.
somebody said that their first gig was Green Day Dookie at the Apollo. And that's where I saw Green Day, at the Apollo in Manchester. It was the first gig that I went to when they were on the Dookie tour. So we may have actually been at the same gig. It's quite possible, because I don't remember it being a multi-nighter. I think it was a one night only setup, you know. Metal Kicks Ass says, were you big fans of Tina Turner?
Appreciators.
Yeah, that's fair to say, I think. Yeah.
You know, always sang along, have her on compilation albums, but don't have any Tina Turner albums. Yeah. Being honest.
Yeah, but incredible. And what a loss, but what an absolute legend.
What a legend. Yeah. I read a bit of a story the other day, and I just found it so enthralling that, so, you know, she went through all that shit with Ike, and he was violent and controlling and manipulative and blah, 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 blah. And when she got her opportunity to get out, to leave, she left saying to herself in her head, the door is the way out. The door is the way out. And she left with 13 cents and a gas card and the clothes on her back. And when the divorce was all going through court and everything, and, you know, her lawyer was asking her, what do you want settlement-wise? And she said, I want the name he gave me, because that's how people know me now. I want Tina Turner. That's all. I want nothing else.
Smart lady.
And then she dominated the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
I just think that's a really empowering story. 42.
Incredible. It was Chozza. Chozza says, me too, Jason. Green Day at the Apollo.
Ah.
Nice. So we could have been at the same gig, Chozza. It's quite possible. Only difference is I got food poisoning from McDonald's on the way home, and I'm guessing you didn't. Fair play. Fair play. Leanne, first concert was Van Halen. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Rebecca says, I bought Blur's album when I was 13. Speaking of Blur, I heard their new single on the radio the other day on the way to work. It might be one that you need to listen to a few times. I wasn't blown away by it myself personally, but just throwing that one out there.
You shouldn't always look to be blown away by music, though.
Well, no, I mean, maybe blown away is not the right word. I just wasn't.
Or even impressed. It's like, I think that things that they always say, listen to something 3 times before you fall.
Well, that's what I just said. That was,
yeah, I know. Yeah. But I know I was countering your blown away statement, because we've talked about this with movies, when people go to the cinema with expectations and they want to be blown away, and it's like, why don't you just go with no expectations and enjoy the movie for what it is, like we do?
Yeah.
And then we really enjoy movies most of the time where other people.
You know what? That's a fair point.
Same with music.
That's a fair point. And you know what? When it was introduced, it was Clint Boone that introduced it. It was Radio X. It was on the radio because Clint Boone, top guy. And he was like, this is Blur's new single. We're going to play it now. It's a belter. And I listened to it, and I think I did have expectations, because it's Blur.
Yeah.
And Blur haven't released anything for a long time.
You've got to do the same as you do with movies, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Just listen to it for what it is.
Clint Boone gave us together our first gig
together
in Oldham.
Well, he set it up, didn't he?
Yeah, the Adult Learners Show.
Yeah. Oldham Town Centre.
Gem and J.
There's a picture somewhere, isn't there?
There's quite
a lovely
picture.
Yeah.
We did some singing and had some dancers from college. It was fun. It was a fun day.
It really was.
It was.
Yeah. Alison, my first ever gig was The Cure.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Strawberry Switchblade. Jacqueline, I used to love them. Just close your eyes and then remember that's if yesterday. Oh,
Tom, that's amazing. That's freaking amazing.
To yesterday.
I want to get us a bit more wine.
And as I stand here alone, looking for a reason to go on, It's so clear that all we have now, yes, are our thoughts of yesterday. Oh, Strawberry Switchblade.
Nope.
Brilliant. You must remember them. They always wore black and white, punky.
Nope.
And they did a video in like stop motion for with the kind of edge just moving like this, the big black hair.
I probably have saw it.
Black and white polka dots.
Yeah, but from what you were just singing, I've not got a clue. Tom was saying, my friend's brother was at a Green Day gig and got called up on stage to play Ford with them, then stage dive. None of us believed him until he wrote to the record company and they sent him a VHS of it.
Oh, wow.
That is cool. That is proper cool. Yeah. Oh, Barbara, that sounds cool. My favorite concert was Olivia Newton-John's Physical tour. She was always she'll always be my favorite singer.
Actually, as the vegan queens, ever since she died, we did it at one gig in tribute, and then just really enjoyed singing it. It's one of the rare songs where I take the lead on it, and Miasma joins Gemini on the choruses. Started singing "Hopelessly Devoted." Yeah. A little poof is a little puff, a little gay boy.
Joseph made me laugh.
Sorry for being dumb, but what's a little poof?
Oh, that's nice. That's cute, Joseph. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's a fair point.
He was asking me if I was a puff.
It's a fair point.
He was asking a 9-year-old
boy if he was a little gay.
That's what Ken Dodd did.
Dorcas is in the house. Welcome, Dorcas. Thank you for being here, as always.
Hello, darling.
And Barbara, very kindly and very nicely, thank you, Barbara, has said, spike the likes, everyone. We are 6 off 100 thumbs up on the live stream this evening. So if you haven't, that would be awesome. Thank you for the reminder, Barbara. Yes.
Could we have a little bit more wine? You were going to get some.
I was.
And then you got waylaid.
Dorcas says, first concert was King Crimson, showing my age. Also Hawkwind and Rick Wakeman. King Crimson, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the guitarist, and I should remember his name, isn't the guitarist out of King Crimson married to Toya Wilcox? I should know his name. It's gone out of my head. I'll get some wine.
Helen Griffiths, who is your celebrity crush? Helen, you ask good questions. I have two.
What was the question?
Who's your celebrity crush? I've got two, and they're both males, but both very different. One would be Tom Hardy. He's been a crush for a long time.
Okay.
As Tom Hardy. And Elliot, formerly Ellie. You know, who played Juno.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him lately? Oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Can I be absolutely honest?
So gorgeous.
I don't massively crush on celebrities. I used to as a kid. So going back to the conversation we were having a while before.
Can I say it's not because they're celebrities?
No, I get that. Yeah. But I generally don't crush massively on celebrities. I did used to have a poster of Kylie Minogue on my wall as a youngster. Nowadays, I think
I did, but that's because I wanted to look like her. No.
Yeah, I don't really massively crush on celebrities. I suppose maybe a few years ago, I think there was probably a period of time where I crushed a little bit on Sting. A little bit.
Sting's gorgeous.
Sting's hot. I mean, he's still pretty hot now, to be honest, for an older gent. He's still got it going on. I had a bit of a thing, believe it or not, and it's really stereotypical and a little bit sad. I'm slightly embarrassed to admit this, but when I was a youngster, I did go through a bit of a phase of watching Baywatch, and I was kind of really into all of them, like literally all of them. Obviously Pamela Anderson, because Pamela Anderson in her heyday, bless her, she's a vegan, she's awesome. Love her or hate her.
She's still beautiful, Pamela.
But yeah, back in the
I
day,
think she's
literally
still
like
beautiful.
there was a period of time where literally every single member of the cast, including the Hoff, were all gorgeous. There you go. I'll say it and I'll say
This
no
is
more.
Tracy. My first concert was Bay City Rollers and Air Supply. Bay City Rollers loved the tartan. My sister was really into them. Air Supply, we adore them.
Yeah.
We've got a best of album. I just adore them. I love how feminine his voice is. I love how feminine his voice is.
Mhm.
The first time I heard Air Supply tracks, I would have sworn to you that was a woman singing. However, it was exactly the same when I listened to Danke Shane for about 50 times. And then I found out it was a young guy singing it. I was like,
Yeah, I was blown away at that when I went. Literally, it was quite a recent thing. We found out it was a guy singing that.
yeah.
Chozza, yes, of course, yes, nice one. We were at the same gig. How awesome is that? There you go. There's a little mini connection right
Jacqueline,
there.
I'm a very, very big fan of Jean-Michel Jarre. Fabulous.
Yeah. 100 likes. Unless
Oh.
someone decides to unlike. Go on, do it. Do it. Sorry. I've had a drink. I'm sorry. Thank you. All sincerity, thank you for
Much
thumbs up.
appreciated,
It is
yes.
appreciated, and you know, I'm sure that the robots are looking, and they're sort of like, what's going on over there? Something interesting going on. Let's have a look. Let's have a see.
Steffi, you brazen hussy. Smoochy kisses in the middle of Halifax Town Centre. You go, girl.
Excellent.
You bloody go, girl.
Salute to that.
Why not? Oh, I'm so happy. Steph, I hope this works out, sweetheart.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? You know what, Rebecca? I'm gonna take on board what Paul said before about Blur's new single, and it might just be that it's one of those that needs a couple more listens to, because you know, I know there was obviously the media made such a big deal in the 90s out of the whole Blur versus Oasis. I loved Blur. As a northerner, I loved Blur, and as a northerner, I loved Oasis.
Do you know what? I think it's part of the whole thing of our kind of disposable society. I can do this. I can watch a YouTube video, the title, the thumbnail gets me somewhere I've never seen before. Watch it for 1 minute and think, I don't like this person at all. But I always catch myself out and go, no, don't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. You can't judge someone from a minute. Give them a minute. Give them a bit more, you know. And invariably, when I've done that, I've found a redeeming quality that I really do like about the person, you know. So, yeah.
Robert Fripp. Stephanie, thank you. Robert Fripp, married to Toya. Excellent. King Crimson. Yeah. The chat is great. I mean, it's always nice, the chat, you know, but sometimes randomly, you know, people sharing the first gig that they ever went to. I think it's a lovely thing and it's brilliant to read. Tom Hemmings, think my first gig was Stereophonics or it may have been Manic Street Preachers. Either way, top. Both top bands.
Angharads first was Mike and the Mechanics in 2017.
Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Bullet, my first gig was Motorhead. Awesome. And Will, going back to the Ken Dodd conversation before, whilst tickling you with his feather duster.
I wouldn't have even been aware because I was too busy looking at one of his Diddy men who was proper hot. And I shouldn't have been looking at because I was 9.
Yeah, you're a wrong-un. You always were a wrong-un.
I was not.
Andrew E., my first concert, Kate Bush, Manchester Apollo, 1979. Loved it so much. That must have been like life-affirming, Andrew, surely. Seeing Kate Bush at Manchester Apollo in 1979, incredible, surely.
Somebody asked us about REO Speedwagon.
Really?
Yeah, just further up. Oh, Styx fans. Styx.
Styx.
I know, I'm just trying to think what does Styx songs. Babe.
Yeah. So not
Babe.
mega fans, but yeah, know a few of them.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to scroll down. Oh, nice one,
it's
Tom.
that one as well. Babe, I'm leaving. Must be on my way. You know it.
Yeah.
Time is drawing near. Yeah, it's a great song, that.
Oh, Joseph, thank you for being here. Babe. Joseph says, if you're still here, Joseph says, about to leave for my cruise. Have a good night, everyone.
Oh, you lucky bugger.
Have a fantastic cruise, Joseph. Hope you have a belting time, an absolutely awesome time. Yeah.
What 3 things would you, Adam, this is, what 3 things would you put into room 101? Mine are mayonnaise, people that jump queues, and people that drive BMWs. Now, if you could officially put 3 things into room 101 and they would stay there forever, you could be very, very clever about this. Greed, hatred, and supremacy. I think if you got rid of those 3, the world would be an amazing place.
I see where you're going with it. You've gone a bit metaphysical, though. I don't actually know whether you.
No, well, no, you can. I'm getting rid of those 3 things. Greed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I don't even know where to start. I'd literally I could sit here for half an hour answering that question, Adam, but maybe we can pick that one up tomorrow. Isn't that weird? We can pick it up tomorrow, maybe.
Without you, and I have your love to see me through. Babe, now. No, it's you, babe.
Oh, vegan runner. My celebrity crush has and always will be since I was 15, Robbie Williams. Nice. That's cute. And I get that. I do get that. I think Robbie Williams is probably a lot of people's crushes, to be fair. Essence of the Celts celebrity crush, Sean Connery, at any age. Fair play to you, Essence of the Celts. Nothing wrong with that. And as Adam says, nothing wrong with Baywatch, Jay.
Peter, Pamela Anderson lives near me.
Brilliant, Peter. That's excellent. Didn't she do a series a while back where she was like renovating her house or something? It was like a reality TV type thing. Right. Jason Taylor says Tom Hardy and then some kind of face that's drooling. So Jason's on board with that.
You know it's you, babe. Whenever I get weary.
Adam, Tom Hardy is legit a fantastic actor and so diverse in his choice of roles. Not seen all his films that he's done, but we've seen quite a few. And he's, I mean, if you've never seen, check him out in Bronson. If you want to see something really off the wall, see Tom Hardy's interpretation of Bronson if you've never seen it.
The name's Bronson. Charlie Bronson. Brilliant.
Dorcas, Henry Cavill in The Witcher and Tom Hardy in everything, lol. But my first crush was William Powell back in the black and white days. Nice.
Oh, Jazza, Michael J. Fox, first crush.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That is nice, yeah. Oh, Leanne, that's awesome. My dad brought me up on Air Supply, Neil Diamond and Barry Manilow.
Oh, your dad's amazing.
And my mum introduced me to Queen, Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath.
Oh, your mum's amazing. What a bloody good upbringing is that? That's amazing.
Absolutely top notch.
I'd have sat with your dad more, though, because I love all them. Oh, Air Supply, Neil Diamond and Barry Manilow. Love them. Love them, love them.
Yeah.
Love Queen. Love some things by both Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, but no, I wouldn't call myself a fan of all of their work.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty awesome though, Leanne. That is. I'll say, just very quickly, whilst we're on the subject of parents introducing you to music, because that's a really good point, Leanne, in terms of like, where do our musical tastes and influences come from? Well, a lot of the time in our, kiddie years, it's our parents. Two that I didn't appreciate that came from mum and dad Brom that I appreciate now as an adult. On my dad's side, I'm going to say it, Gene Pitney. Never appreciated Gene Pitney as a kid, but now listening to some of his stuff as an adult, brilliant. From Mum's side, Cliff Richard, not even embarrassed to admit it. Wasn't into Cliff Richard and didn't really appreciate him as a kid. Mum was really into Cliff Richard, but as an adult now, looking back, looking at his legacy, looking at his body of work as a recording artist, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Speaking of my crushes, by the way, Elliot Page, as I was just checking what the book's called, has just brought out like a autobiography.
All right.
About his journey to him, called Page Boy. It's a fabulous name for a book.
Nice.
So yeah.
Stephanie says, coincidentally to the Robert Fripp thing, my first gig was Toya. Nice. Bet that was good. Tom Hemmings, guilty pleasure was Bon Jovi at Hyde Park. Nice. Yeah, gotta love a bit Bon Jovi. I remember seeing something a few months back, and there was debate as to whether Bon Jovi could still sing or not. Because obviously when it comes to like particularly rock singers, I think there comes a time when they sometimes start to struggle a bit. Although Steve Tyler and Aerosmith are doing a final world tour, and Steve Tyler's like in his 70s, isn't he? And he's still wailing. So
just in case he watches this vlog, there was a comment on my mental health vlog from a guy called Paul.
Yes.
And I invite you to go and read it and encourage Paul to start his music YouTube channel. He sent us a song the other day called Suddenly. It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful. It really is.
Beautiful. And this man has no confidence because of things other people have said to him.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me crazy. Paul, if you're watching this, that Suddenly is beautiful.
It really is.
We're very big fans of a singer-songwriter called Scott Allen, and it reminded us, not in a negative way, that's not like, oh, it's like a Scott Allen song. Trust me when I say that's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
It reminded us both of a Scott Allen song. It's beautiful. Made me cry on the bus.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is. The strings, the piano, the words, the vocals, the vocal ability that is there. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Please start a YouTube channel, Paul. Please do.
And also,
let me hear more of your music.
Stick around here with us, because genuinely this is, and I say it a lot, this is a channel about building people up, not knocking people down. And it sounds to me as though throughout your life, a lot of people have knocked you down unfairly and unjustly.
Time to stand up, Paul. Stand in front of that microphone and sing us more songs.
Yes, most definitely.
Thanks, love.
Nice. I'm scrolling down because the chat is proper.
I know.
Thick and fast.
I see.
In fact, I'll do that. I'll do that, and I can always scroll back up a little bit, can't I?
Oh, Chozzer, that's new, isn't it? The Michael J. Fox movie. We'll probably watch it at some time, and I know it'll gut us both because we're very big. Jason is one of the biggest fans of the entire Back to the Future series that I've ever known, and I adore them too. I love time travel movies. I'm really into them. Peggy Sue Got Married, Back to the Future, Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves.
Oh, that's such a good film.
Have any of you seen that one?
Such a good film.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We watched the trailer for Still. Didn't we watch the trailer for Still a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, it was on. Yeah.
Oh, Helen, thank you.
Is it on the Flicks of Net? Is it?
Helen says, I have to leave. Thank you so much for a lovely evening. Love and respect to you.
Hey, thanks for your questions, Helen. They've been crackers. Cheers, darling. Much appreciated. Got everybody chatting. And that's a really good quality. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
See you again, my love.
Indeed. Dorcas says, it's amazing that I listen to anything, you chaps, as my dad's influence is Tiny Tim and Flanders and Swan.
My mum and dad had very, my mum was into Tammy Wynette. Was it Tammy Wynette? No. Who sang Blanket on the Ground? I think it was Tammy Wynette. Andy Williams. My dad was into Boney M. Lay the Blanket on the Ground. It weren't Billy Joe Spears. Someone else covered it. Marty. Oh, I can't remember.
Adams clarified, Tom Hardy is a great actor. Seeing him in Peaky Blinders, I meant the drooling over him, but maybe it's because he's Emma's #1 crush. That'll be it, mate. Quite clearly. That is 100% what it is. And you know what? Fair play. I get that. I understand that. Okay, we're catching up. We're getting there. Such a chatty lot tonight, and I love it. Jane B, I've got to read that out because you're absolutely right, and I can't believe we didn't mention it. Sigourney Weaver in Alien, and she's still beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Back to crushes.
How many times have I said that?
Absolutely, yeah. Leading females, strong female leads.
Well, no, see, here's the thing. I'm attracted to masculinity, and masculinity is not the reserve of men. It never has been, it never will be. So I've always found Jodie Foster attractive. She has an underlying, regardless of how feminine she might look, there is an underlying masculinity in all the characters she plays. Sigourney Weaver, same thing, except in Working Girl, where she's a bitch and I hate her.
Dorcas says, Flanders and Swan did Mud, Glorious Mud. I'm kind of vaguely aware of that now you've mentioned it. Yes. And Jeanette, my mum was Cliff Richard, but my dad was Elvis and Boney M. Wasn't Cyril Boney M? Wasn't Cyril really into Boney M? Yeah.
Loved him.
Yeah. I think we're reasonably caught up. I don't think we've missed anything major.
Well, good, because it's time to be bringing it to a wind up.
A wind down. Yes. Yes, indeed. A few more sips.
Laurie, is Outlander a movie? No, what's that one? Hi. The Sword. Who's that?
Highlander. Not Outlander. He's a mistake to make, though. Outlander, Highlander.
No, I don't think I know.
Outlander.
Is it a series or a film?
I'm vaguely aware of the title. Okay, it kind of rings a bell, but I don't think we've seen it. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen it.
The three I mentioned, they've all got emotional qualities to them. Especially Peggy Got Married. But no, especially Somewhere in Time. Followed by Peggy Got Married.
Vegan Runner says Back to the Future is one of my favourite trilogies, but if a DeLorean pulls up, I will definitely not go back to 2021.
No, me.
You know what? I actually saw a DeLorean for the first time. I think it was last year, and we were driving down to the allotment, and there was just a DeLorean just driving up the road. It just drove past us, and I can tell that I'm a big fan of the Back to the Future films because I had a physical reaction to just seeing a DeLorean on the street. I was like, I got physically like a little bit shaky and a little bit like, and that never happens to me. Yeah, random, but there you go. Netflix series, very popular, history oriented. Yeah, I keep forgetting. We've got a road trip tomorrow, haven't we?
Yeah.
We'll be seeing some of yous tomorrow. But for the rest of yous, of course, we will hopefully see you on our next live stream, if not before. Nice. Oh, it's been lovely this evening.
It has.
Thank you all for sharing.
Very, very pleasant. Thank you so much thank you for the questions, which have led to some wonderful conversations where we've all shared lovely memories about our first albums and our first gigs. It's really important to think about things like that. And
Yeah, be reminded of
yeah,
it.
yeah. Absolutely, it is. And very much looking forward to a journey down to Wales tomorrow and to seeing so many of you there and eating at the Queen Inn, which is going to be amazing. And just, you know, being in that lovely space with lovely people.
Yes.
Love that. Love that.
Indeed.
Love it, love it, love it.
Thoroughly looking forward to it. It has been a pleasure, as always. It's been a pleasure to answer your questions and just generally chat with you and learn a little bit about yous as well and your likes and the stuff that you was into as you
What
were
a
growing
diverse
up.
bunch
Yeah.
we have in this lovely community. I love that. I love how everyone's so diverse. Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we will see you very soon. We've got lots, so we've got a nice road trip for Alex. Sorry, I've been running around after my mother.
Oh, bless.
Oh, I hope she's all right, my love.
Oh, yeah. We are literally just wrapping up, Alex, but you know what? It's been a blooming excellent live, and I would encourage you to go right to the start and check it all out because there's been some wonderful questions, some wonderful chat, and I hope that all is well in your world.
The day before Tina Turner died, randomly, I was scrolling through reels and I came across a reel of a band called Nicotine Dolls doing a cover of Simply the Best. It's only a minute long. Find it. Watch it.
Yeah. Thank you to our wonderful mods, Leanne and Ashley. Thank you for being here as always. Never expected, but always appreciated. We are thoroughly looking forward to seeing some of you tomorrow night. It's been glorious as always. We're going to drink some more wine.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to chill out for a little bit.
Shiny bald head.
Try and get a reasonably early night, although it's very difficult for us. We're going to try and get a reasonably early night and then be up at a good time to get set off tomorrow and go and do our thing. Hope you us all have a great weekend. Thank you for the thumbs up and for just sticking around.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Much appreciated, as always. Kiss you.
Love you.
Love you too. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, will you please be excellent to yourselves and each other? Bye, loves.